It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Look, we got a video about Pink Book Lessons. Stefon Diggs jeopardizes $69 million NFL contract over a BBL chef. Man, it's always the BBL demons, bro. It's always the BBL demons. Come on, let's get into it. This nigga's...
Well, breaking right now on WBZ, New England Patriots star Stefon Diggs is facing serious criminal charges. We have just obtained paperwork from Dedham District Court.
Where have I been? New England Patriots star Stefon Diggs faced felony strangulation charges. What? Nah.
Indicating that the wide receiver is charged with felony strangulation or suffocation and misdemeanor assault and battery. This is stemming from an incident back on December 2nd. Diggs is scheduled to be arraigned on the charges in Dedham on January 23rd. That is just 2 days before the AFC Championship game. The wide receiver's attorneys were in court this morning for a hearing, and we are working to learn more about the incident that led to these charges. We did reach out to the Patriots for a statement. We have that for you here. It says the New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies the allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue.
Categorically? What you mean by that? What? Because when I hear categorically, I hear something like it wasn't that, but it was along those lines. That's what I hear. I'm not trying to, add on to it too much, but categorically, that's very selective wording, my boy.
To gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL as necessary out of respect for all of the parties involved. And given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time.
Something is going on here. You have a player accused of violence against a woman, and this NFL employer openly saying they, quote, support him. Now, since when did these NFL teams hear allegations like that and lead with, quote, support? It's one thing for them not to speak on the matter or withhold judgment or punishment until it's resolved in court. But to prematurely say you support somebody, either the Me Too movement is down to zero or somebody's just trying to win a trophy. If refusing to accept your...
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think, the thing is, these NFL teams, as long as you good enough to catch, run, block, you're gonna have a job. If you're not doing no crazy shit, like literally standing over someone, you're gonna most likely have a job. That's how it goes, man. We think that these NFL teams are owned by billionaires, ultra rich. Along the way, they've been start getting the fuck about morale and all that, bro. Alright, how is this play gonna make me some money? Come along, my nigga. That's how it go. I mean, shit, and she may have a point about the Me Too shit. I mean, I still stand with my women. I still stand with women. You feel me? If you see something, say something, But it's like the atmosphere right now in society is kind of like, yo, everyone for themselves, It don't matter what gender you are. That's how it's looking like. I'm not saying I'm for it, but at least that's my observation.
Your blessings and sabotaging yourself as a person, that would be one Stefon Diggs. I told y'all a while ago it's a lot of weird stuff with this guy, and one day he's going to have to face it all. I thought that would be sometime later, but no. When people go on and on without being held accountable, they start thinking they're untouchable. Yeah, they walk around thinking they can do whatever they want, and they're so rich and on top of the world, there's nothing anybody can do about it. All nonsense, by the way. But this is what true out-of-control lunatics tell themselves. As everyone was preparing to celebrate the new year, the day before New Year's Eve, there was breaking news out of Boston, giving Stefon Diggs a spotlight I'm sure he wasn't asking for, delivering double bad news for his family in the same day.
Double?
First, it was his brother, Cowboys cornerback Trayvon Diggs.
This just into CBS Sports HQ. The Dallas Cowboys are waiving veteran cornerback Trayvon Diggs. That's the latest from our NFL insider, Jonathan Jones.
Where have I been? Bro, I keep up with the NFL. How did I not know they waived him? What the fuck? Wow. Damn. That's crazy. Bro, like he said, he led the NFL in interceptions 2021. You feel me? And shit, 2021, I think Stefon Diggs was pretty good too. It's like, man, bro, life come at you fast, man. every decision compounds on another, bro. You feel me? So if you ever feel yourself going down a slippery slope, you might as well try to stop yourself before you hit rock bottom.
Diggs signed a 5-year extension with the Cowboys worth up to $97 million back in 2023, but has struggled on the field since. He appeared in 8 games this season with 0 interceptions and 25 tackles, has dealt with injuries. There was the knee and then the concussion, and it all culminates into Trevon Diggs no longer being a Dallas Cowboy.
And hey, once again, showing you these NFL contracts are not guaranteed. Just a couple of years ago, Trevon signed a contract valued at closer to $97 million instead of $90 million, with incentives possibly reaching $104 million, making him one of the highest paid cornerbacks. But the deal proved ill-timed due to his significant knee injuries, torn ACL 2023, other injury-related issues in 24 and 25, all of that leading to him getting cut just 2 days before the new year. I mean, the Cowboys cutoff game got
shit. Yeah, damn. I forgot he was getting hurt throughout the years too. Right after that contract. Yeah, them NFL, bro. Their contracts be janky as hell. You could sign for $100 million. You only guaranteed 5. But that's why these players be wanting their guarantee money over everything, bro. Shout out Kirk Cousins, bro. He's one of the greatest finesses of all time, man.
To be studied. You know how people say it's a new year and they're leaving all the foolishness in the past, along with everybody that can't sit with them in the new year? Well, they took that cleansing pretty serious.
Damn.
Then the same day it was announced that Dallas would no longer need Trevon's talents, just hours later, 1,800 miles away in New England, their star wide receiver Trevon's brother, Stefon, who recently had a spectacular game, a performance that helped the New England Patriots clinch the AFC East, was now making headlines for its off-the-field behavior. Stefon was hit with 2 charges, 1 misdemeanor and 1 felony, accused of attacking his live-in chef and even cutting off circulation after a payment dispute was escalated. Here's the chef, by the way. And I have to say, the way Stefon's self-discipline is set up, many are questioning what's this woman doing more.
Of course, this nigga chef got a BBL gang. This freaky ass nigga, but of course the chef got a BBL. But that nigga ain't worried about no food. Come on, man. And my thing is, I'm not saying chefs can't have a BBL, but of course, this nigga chef will have a BBL. What the fuck? Wow.
Than living in his house and cooking his food, especially with the evidence that's being presented in this case. Apparently, the chef started working with him during the summer, and she was supposed to stay on at least until the end of the season. She was living at his property.
Well, she might. I don't know. You can't really tell from that picture.
In one of his bedrooms, but in November, just after Cardi B, a married woman, gave birth to her 4th child and Stefon Diggs' 4th child for that year alone, Stefon told Chef to leave his house for a week. First red flag, because usually when you have company over, you're going to have that chef prepare food for your company too.
Wait, this nigga have 4 kids this year? Oh my gosh. Bro, what? You gotta watch out for niggas like this, I ain't gonna lie. You gotta watch out. You know what I'm saying? They got some type of spread my seed mentality. You feel me? Plus they got the money to where the financial aspect isn't a worry for them. So now they just like, look, I'm gonna shoot up everybody club. They most likely gonna keep it. And he like, you know what? I'm gonna just pay the expenses and I'm gonna just be a part-time father. This is crazy. Wow.
Since she's already on the payroll. But just days after Cardi had Stefon's 4th baby of the year, he kicked the chef out the house and told her to take the week off. Now, apparently, she didn't have anywhere to go in the city. From my understanding, her only business in
honestly, that's also just a lack of respect and sexual discipline, too. A lack of self-respect from him and them. I'm gonna keep it real.
Massachusetts was her client Stefon. So she flew out of town and stayed with a friend for that week because Stefon was having company, and whatever company was coming over, he didn't want this one right here walking around the house. So after that week, the chef returned to the house and everything was back to normal, except when it was time to get her pay.
Wait, she kind of got Cardi B. Am I tripping? If you squint hard enough, they kind of got the Cardi B thing going on. Okay, he got a type. All right.
refused to pay her for that week he told her to leave the house. And the woman was like, hey, that's not how this works. I'm on payroll, I have a salary. She said she got paid to be there for him and work for him. She's like, she's living there and she's his private dedicated chef. And because of that, she can't work for anybody else. She told Stefon she would understand if she requested to take that week off. But according to her, out of nowhere, he's the one who told her to leave the house for a week. That was his request. So in her mind, he still owed her for her salary for that week. And what did this guy that everybody was bragging about signing that 3-year, $69 million contract months ago do? Behaved like the low-value fool he is. He placed his whole contract and his whole career in jeopardy trying to play 304 musical chairs. Stefon said, I'm not paying you for that week. So they're arguing back and forth over text messages while living in the same house. Old girl is like, you're gonna pay me my money. And Stefon, he's basically refusing to pay and started talking about getting rid of her instead. But she kept going on and said that he still owed her for that week along with the rest of the season, and then tried to make him live up to a promise of some extra money that he allegedly told her that he would give her for her business. All this is going on while she's still living in the house. After a bunch of type.
Oh yeah, he must have definitely been in them. I ain't gonna lie. If I have a private chef, and if I'm a private chef, I'm not giving you no more extra money to start your business, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm paying, I'm gonna be assuming I'm paying you like more than enough for you to be a private chef. I'm paying you more than enough. You better stack your shit to the side and fund your own business through the money I pay you. I'm not finna give you no extra little shit to go off and venture off. What the fuck I look like?
And yelling and fussing in text messages. Stefon went in there busting the lady's room. No knock, no nothing. According to the chef, he ran up in there, slapped the chef up, and basically used some kind of chokehold move. She said something about being disoriented, and then Stefon threw her on the bed and said something like, yeah, I thought so. The chef ended up leaving the house. She no longer wanted to work for him after she was assaulted. And apparently, he wanted to...
Nah, ain't no way this nigga put in like a nail. Nah, he manny. This is all allegedly. But what? You put in the chef in a rear naked choke over not paying her for a week that you want her to get off? Come on, bro. What we doing? See, this ain't the Stefon I knew. The Stefon I know was on the Vikings. Somewhere along the way, he got lost in the sauce, man. Or maybe he always been like this, but he kept it under wraps. Damn. That'll let you know, bro. No matter how much money into your pocket, if you're not good here mentally, it don't even matter.
Cut ties with her as well. The chef claimed she was afraid to go to the police, but when she finally told them at first, she didn't want to press charges, insinuating that she didn't want to blow up her spot, so she continued to ask him for the money he owed her. Then at some point, Stefon directed her to the lady that handled his business. That woman obviously convinced Stefon to pay the chef what he owed her, but she told the chef that she couldn't get the money he owed her until she signed a document that would silence her and keep her from telling anybody about what happened in that room. Oh yeah. They told the lady, if you want your pay, you have to sign this NDA. The chef refused to sign the NDA because she said Stefon put hands on her and he wasn't going to make her sign something to keep her from ever telling anybody about what happened. Then according to the chef, Stefon's girlfriend,
my boyfriend, Stefon.
Damn. So that makes you think, like, how many women out here have signed these type of contracts to be quiet, and it's like, okay, are they wrong or are they right? That's up to them. That's what they gotta do, because I'm not in that situation. But it's like, damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, Stefon's girlfriend messaged her and called her, trying to interfere and get in the middle of her boyfriend's assault allegations. This is like his third in 1 year. This time, the girlfriend trying to talk to the victim, telling her that Stefon allegedly slapping her around that room and cutting off circulation wasn't a big deal. They just let it all go. And then all of a sudden, they want to give her money to make it all go away. Which all of this, by the way, was a dodo move. Sending your baby mama side chick to step to another woman about DV allegations. It's just plain stupid. But hey, I guess she's gotten away with so much. She thought she could be the perfect person to advise her boyfriend.
It's a mentality thing, man. It's a mentality thing. This is the same shit that happened in the hood. But they just doing it with millions of dollars in their account. But that's to let you know, bro. It's a mindset. It's not inherent. You feel me? It's the way you grow up, and it's also the actions that you do to reinforce the way that you grew up. You feel me? And it's like, damn, they just happen to be talented people who got rich and famous. But they still the same niggas that do this type of stuff. Wow.
On this situation. A very dumb move, Stefon Diggs. Straight up narc behavior. Look, one narc got the other narc, a female narc, to step into the situation to pressure the victim to not tell anybody about what happened and not to pursue charges. And for those who don't know, this isn't the first time Cardi B was accused of defending Stefon Diggs' assault allegations. She also defended him while she was pregnant after those other allegations involving a man got exposed.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
There was a man who came out and said Stefon allegedly gave him a substance and then assaulted him. That victim accused Stefon of putting his tongue in his ear. According to that victim, he had to run all over the place and fight for his life from hallway to hallway because Stefon tried to diddy him. And when that came out, Cardi...
Bro, what? Oh, hell nah. This some Friday after the next shit, I ain't gonna lie. This like when bro was up in the bathroom. This is crazy. Nah, this nigga dangerous. Get him out of here, bro. Get him gone. GG's.
Be defended Stefon then. All of a sudden, Me Too and Diddy behavior no longer mattered to these hypocrites.
I mean, damn. It's like, how many allegations until we start looking at a nigga like, you feel me? It's like, hey, and then Cardi B getting wrapped up. Man, pray for the kids. Pray for the kids.
Bimbos that follow her. But that didn't stop people with memory from linking Stefon's weird behavior to Cardi's weird behavior, pointing out that years ago Cardi B admitted to slipping substances to men in order to rob them and said she would get some LGBT man to diddy a man, and now she's with this questionable DL LGBT.
You know, it's crazy too. You always see people online defending that. And it's like, but if it was the opposite side though, you know what I'm saying? Wow. That lets you know, bro. Match made in heaven. Jesus Christ. No, match made in the deep parts of hell.
T guy being accused of just that. Listen, narcs will find each other no matter what. So the chef said Stefon's girlfriend contacted her, trying to pressure her into not moving forward with charges, but that baby bot bodega bimbo babble didn't work. And the chef moved forward
Wait,
with
what
her
the
case.
wait, what you just say? Wait, what?
But that baby bot bodega bimbo babble didn't work.
Oh my
and the
gosh. Bodega babble? What the Hey, Pink Book, you funny for that one. I ain't gonna lie. That sounds crazy. Bodega babble?
chef moved forward with her case anyway.
What?
And for the record, Stefon is innocent until proven guilty, but the woman moving forward with the criminal charges, so far, she's coming off as credible. In a lot of cases like this, the ones accused of the money grabs, they don't care about criminal justice, and the first thing they do is ignore criminal prosecution, get some ambulance chasing lawyer, and start their accusations in civil court instead. But no, not this one. The accuser this time went to the police and went forward with criminal charges. Apparently, this all happened weeks ago, but it's just coming out because Stefon Diggs tried to...
Oh, that nigga put their hands on the wrong one. He put hands on one you wasn't gonna be able to bribe. Damn, you see, all it takes is one, y'all. All it takes is one person to shine light on you. You feel me? So whatever dirt you doing in the dark, it's gonna come to light.
Get the case sealed so no one could know the details. His lawyer told the judge in criminal court to just close it all up. They're going to offer the victim hush money, and it's safe to say that didn't work. So Stefon will have to appear in court a few weeks from now to face these charges. I don't know, all this is really wild, just straight up foolishness, and a perfect match.
How to speed run your downfall? Jeez, Bo had one crazy year. And it was all self-inflicted. He gonna probably say some shit, man, this new year, I had a lot of obstacles in my way last year. This new year is gonna be new beginnings. Not even realizing he literally put every obstacle in front of him and then made himself go around him. It's crazy. Everything that's been happening this year could have been avoided for him. If he just wasn't who he is. If he just wasn't the type of guy he was. Weirdo.
Masterclass on self-sabotage. To think all of this really started after Stefon kicked the chef out because he was having company.
That's exactly why I cut that nigga in fantasy football too. I couldn't have that on my team.
Over that he didn't want to be in the same house with her for obvious reasons, because those text messages and the way that conversation was going is giving Miss Chef here was serving up more than food. Right
Oh, for
about
sure.
now, I'm convinced the line was definitely crossed here at
sure.
some point. But this all started because somebody was coming over there. He wanted the live-in chef to leave the house. You know, his private chef dedicated to him only. Kicked her out the house for a week, and when she came back on payday, Stefon refused to pay the salary. He said, hey, I told you to leave that week because I had company. And she disagreed. Yeah, she's like, you gave me the week off. I didn't take off. And still wanted her salary. Now, this should have been nothing more than a contract dispute for civil court.
Right.
But no, Dean Don't Care wanted to argue back and forth and engage with this lady. Got ticked off just like other people he's very close to. When they get mad and can't get their way, they resort to violence. And this time he did it to a female victim, not a male victim. Because nobody cares that he was trying to diddy a man. Y'all gonna keep acting like y'all didn't see that police report. But he assaulted a woman this time, and that's why the news up in...
Damn. See? Man. A tale as old as time, bro. A tale as old as time. But at least it's lights again. They probably was like, damn, this nigga lying. They probably told the man he was capping. They probably said hella shit. They probably, man, ain't no way Stefon Diggs finna do that. He not even gay. All that type of shit. Now look, vindicated. But niggas don't even care about him no more. They're just worried about the BBL chef. Damn.
Boston jumped all over this. Now you got Dumb and Dumber sitting up here looking like two fools, once again, with their names involved in these weird cases. What's supposed to be a PR relationship and a revenge baby is now backfiring on both Stefon Diggs and his married baby mama. You can't make this stuff up. Let's go ahead and get the conversation started. Tell me what you think about this mess below. Shout out to all my OG subscribers. Second.
Bro, you see, that's because it's a two peas in a pod. All right, two peas in a pod of two people who have no self-respect. They have no integrity, no honor. I mean, shit. What else do we got to see from these individuals to realize they are who they are? And if we try to expect something differently, we're the fools. They're not going to apologize for being themselves. That's them. So you got to shift the way that you view them. And I view these motherfuckers as weirdos. All right? So with that, I'm gone. Peace.